Hi, I'm Donna Kelce, Taylor Swift's mother-in-law. It was 2 a.m. I know that because I looked at the clock. I always look at the clock when I can't sleep. It's a habit I've had since my boys were little, and I'd wake up every 2 hours just to check on them. That instinct never goes away, even when they're grown, even when they're married, even when they're living their own lives. I was in my room at the manor, the one with the floral wallpaper and the creaky floorboards and the window that overlooked that walled garden where everything had happened just days before. The wedding was over, the guests had gone home. The chaos had settled, but I couldn't sleep. And then my phone rang. I looked at the screen. It was past 2 a.m. Nobody calls at 2 a.m. unless something is wrong. That's just a fact of life. That's something every mother knows. And then I saw the name, Taylor. My heart dropped, not because I thought something terrible had happened, but because I knew Taylor. I knew she wouldn't call me at 2 a.m. unless she absolutely needed to, unless she had no other choice, unless she was drowning and needed someone to throw her a rope. I answered on the first ring. Taylor. There was a pause, a long pause, the kind of pause that makes you hold your breath, and then I heard her voice. Donna, she said, and that's all she said, just my name, but the way she said it, the way her voice cracked on that single word made my whole body tense up. Baby girl, I said, what's wrong? Another pause. I could hear her breathing. I could hear her trying to steady herself. I could hear her trying to find the words. I'm sorry, she said. I'm so sorry. I know it's late. I know I shouldn't be calling. I know you're probably sleeping. I didn't know who else to call. My heart broke. You can always call me, I said. Always, anytimes, day or night, I don't care. You're my daughter. You call me whenever you need to. She let out a shaky breath. It sounded like she was crying. Donna, she said again, I'm so scared. I sat up in bed. I pulled the covers tighter around me. I felt like I needed to be ready for anything. Scared of what? I asked. Tell me everything. And then she told me. And I watched my own face in the mirror across the room, the dark mirror that barely showed my reflection, and I watched it change completely. I can't sleep, she said. I haven't slept in 3 days. Every time I close my eyes, I see everything that could go wrong. I see the headlines, I see the rumors, I see the people who are waiting for us to fail. I see everyone who's ever told me that I don't deserve to be happy, and I can't make it stop. I listened. I know it's stupid, she continued. I know I should be happy. I know I just married the love of my life. I know I should be on cloud 9, but I can't stop thinking about what happens next. What happens when the fairy tale ends? What happens when real life starts? Taylor, I said, the fairy tale doesn't end, it changes, it evolves, it becomes something deeper and more real, but it doesn't end. It feels like it's ending, she said. It feels like I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. It feels like I'm waiting for someone to tell me this was all a mistake, that I don't actually get to be happy. That I don't actually get to have this. I closed my eyes. Baby girl, I said, I need you to listen to me. I need you to hear what I'm about to say, and I need you to really believe it. She was quiet. I know you've been hurt, I said. I know you've been betrayed. I know you've been let down by people who were supposed to love you. I know you've built walls so high that nobody could reach you, and I know that Travis broke through those walls. I know he did. I saw it happen. Another sob. Taylor, the reason you can't sleep, I said, isn't because something bad is going to happen. It's because something good already has, and you're not used to that. You're not used to peace. You're not used to safety. You're not used to being loved without conditions, and your brain doesn't know what to do with it. She didn't say anything. Your brain is waiting for the crash, I continued. Your brain is waiting for the betrayal. Your brain is waiting for the other shoe to drop. Because that's what it's been trained to expect, that's what it's been conditioned to believe. That's what happens when you've been hurt as many times as you have. Donna, she whispered, but here's the thing, Taylor, here's the thing I need you to understand. The crash isn't coming, the betrayal isn't coming, the other shoe isn't going to drop because this is real, this is different. This is the real thing, and I know it's scary, I know it's terrifying. I know it feels like you're waiting for disaster, but you're not. You're waiting for nothing, because nothing is coming, just more love, just more safety, just more peace, just more of what you deserve. I heard her crying, not the quiet crying, the loud crying, the kind that comes from deep inside. I'm so tired, she said. I'm so tired of being scared. I'm so tired of waiting for the bad thing to happen. I'm so tired of not being able to just be happy. Then stop, I said, just stop, stop waiting, stop anticipating, stop preparing for disaster, just be here, just be present, just be happy, let yourself be happy, you deserve it, you absolutely deserve it. But what if? No, I interrupted, no what ifs, no buts, no maybes. You married my son loves you more than anything in the world. My son would do anything for you, my son would move mountains for you, and I love you too, I love you like my own, and nothing is going to take that away. Nothing is going to take any of this away, you have to trust that. She was quiet for a long moment, and then she said, Kylie said the same thing. I smiled. I couldn't help it. Of course she did, I said, because she's smart and she knows she's been where you are, she married Jason. She married into this family, she knows what it feels like, she knows the fear, she knows the uncertainty, she knows the feeling of waiting for the other shoe to drop, and she knows that it never does, not with my sons. Not with my family. Kylie, Taylor said, and her voice was softer now, Kylie told me that the day she married Jason she was so scared she almost threw up. She said she thought she was making a terrible mistake. She said she thought she was going to ruin everything. She did, I laughed, she told me. She was so scared she called me the night before and asked if I was sure Jason was the right person for her. She called you? Taylor asked, surprised. She called me, I confirmed. She was terrified, she thought she wasn't good enough, she thought she wasn't smart enough, she thought she wasn't pretty enough, she thought she wasn't worthy of Jason, she thought everyone was going to judge her. She thought she was going to fail. Donna, Taylor said, that's exactly how I feel. I know, I said, and that's why I'm telling you, because you need to know that you're not alone, you need to know that Kylie felt the same way and she got through it. And she's happy now, she's happier than she's ever been, and you will be too, you just have to give yourself permission to be happy. You have to let yourself believe that this is real, that this is permanent, that this is forever. Taylor let out a long breath, it sounded like she was letting go of something. Donna, she said, I love your son so much, I love him in a way that I didn't think was possible, I love him in a way that scares me. I love him in a way that makes me feel like I'm going to burst. He loves you too, I said, he loves you more than I've ever seen him love anyone, and I've seen him love a lot of people, but this is different, this is special, this is the real thing, I've known it since the beginning and I still know it now. There was another pause, a longer one, and then Taylor said, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky to be part of this family, I'm so lucky to have you, I'm so lucky to have Kylie, I'm so lucky to have Jason, I'm so lucky to have Travis, I'm so lucky to have all of you. You're not lucky, I said, you earned this, you deserve this, you have worked so hard to become the person you are, and you have been through so much, and now you get to rest, now you get to be loved. Now you get to be happy, you've earned it, every single bit of it. Thank you, she said, thank you for answering, thank you for listening, thank you for not making me feel crazy. Baby girl, I said, you're not crazy, you're human, and being human means being scared, being human means being uncertain, being human means needing someone to tell you that everything is going to be okay. And I'm telling you that now, everything is going to be okay, everything is going to be more than okay, everything is going to be wonderful. She laughed, a small laugh, a teary laugh, but a laugh. I love you, Donna, she said. I love you too, baby girl, I said. Now try to get some sleep, and if you can't, call me again, I don't care what time it is, I'll be here. Okay, she said. I'll try. Good night, Taylor. Good night, Donna. She hung up, and I sat there in the dark, and I looked at my reflection in the mirror across the room, and I watched my face change, I watched the worry fade, I watched the tension leave, I watched the fear disappear, and I saw something else take its place. I saw love, I saw pride, I saw gratitude. I saw the face of a mother who had just been trusted with something sacred, something precious, something that Taylor hadn't given to anyone else. She'd called me. Out of everyone in the world, out of everyone she could have called, she'd called me. She'd called her mother-in-law, she'd called the woman who married her son. She'd called the woman who had become her mother in every way that mattered, and I'd been there for her, I'd been the one she trusted, I'd been the one she needed. And that changed me, that changed everything. Because in that moment I realized something. I realized that being a mother isn't just about the children you give birth to, it's about the children who choose you. It's about the children who come to you when they're scared. It's about the children who trust you with their deepest fears. It's about the children who call you at 2 a.m. And I realized that Taylor Swift had chosen me. She'd chosen me to be her mother. She'd chosen me to be her safe place. She'd chosen me to be the one she called when she couldn't sleep. And I would never take that for granted. I would never let her down. I would always be there. I would always answer. I would always listen. I would always love her because that's what mothers do. That's what mothers are for. That's what Taylor needed that night. And I was there. I was there for her. And I watched my own face change completely because I realized that I wasn't just Donna Kelce, mother of Travis and Jason. I was Donna Kelce, mother of Taylor too, and that was the greatest gift she could have ever given me. That night at 2 a.m. when she called and I answered, and I watched my face change completely, because I realized in that moment that I had a new daughter and she needed me and I was there, and I would always be there, and that was enough, that was everything. That was the call that changed my life, not because it was dramatic, not because it was exciting, because it was real, because it was honest, because it was vulnerable, because it was love, and that's all that matters.